Hi, my name is Oliver Schinkten, and I'm addicted to learning. It is estimated that in 10 years, 55% of the jobs that will exist do not exist yet today. In 10 years, the technology will be completely different. We'll look back and laugh at the technology we use today. We are discovering new facts and gathering new information at an exponential rate. My job is to prepare students for their future, which is a future that none of us can possibly imagine. This reminds me of the saying, give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, feed him for a lifetime. I believe that it is our job to teach students to learn how to learn. So when they reach that future with so much uncertainty, they have the ability to learn new information and be prepared no matter what obstacles they face. And with this, I bring you the challenge. I challenge each and every one of you to learn. Learn as much as you can possibly learn. And I'm not just talking the mitosis and the meiosis, the algebra, red badge of courage and that type of stuff. I'm saying everything, anything. Learn about 21st century skills, communication, collaboration, critical thinking, creativity. Learn about technology. Find something you're passionate about and learn as much as you possibly can. I don't think it's enough to learn just while you're at school. I'm not saying I believe in cookie cutter homework, but I'm talking about a way of life. Just continuously trying to learn as much as you possibly can. And for those of you, especially those of you that are in the classroom saying, am I getting enough content? Am I going to be ready for college? Am I going to be ready for life? How do I get an A? I want to get A's. I want to be a good student. I want to have good grades. Especially you. Take this challenge. I am going to show you right now my top 10 websites to get your learn on. Now there's a ton of them out there because the internet is one of the most powerful things ever to change. Well, I'll take that back. One of the most powerful things ever that should have changed school. But that has really changed our ability to learn and take in new information. Most of the websites that I talk about are going to be completely free, absolutely free ways to learn online. I first wanted to mention this one though, and it's lynda.com because I think it's absolutely wonderful. If you look here, you can see when you go by subject, if you want to do 3D animation, audio, business, CAD, design, developer, etc. Or you can go by software. They have all these different software things, and this is alphabetical. So right now I could go here under the C's and look, and they have things like Camtasia, Camera Raw, all of that. Do they have Photoshop? Absolutely. I mean, they have Photoshop on here. They have 280 different classes that you can take on it. And these classes are good. So I know these things exist on the internet for free, different classes on this, but these are reliable. They're well taught, everything. And the thing is, it does cost money. This one costs money. Don't be turned off by this because the rest don't. But this one, here are the prices on it. And, I've owned it for about a year now. You get 1 year. I would recommend not having the program files. That's my personal opinion, but $250. And I know what people are thinking. Wow, that's expensive. These are the same people that might spend $30,000 to go to college or more. Honestly, you can get this thing for 120 years and it'll cost you $30,000. I personally think it's worth it. Great learning, lynda.com. Didn't put it in the top 10 because it costs money.
Number 10.
My number 10 website is Google Guru, spelt kind of weird, but that's on purpose. This is an excellent website. I am a huge believer in Google. Google Plus is growing and growing and growing. All things Google are awesome to me. This website has very short little clip tutorials that teach you all things Google. So I can look here and it'll tell me, I can have beginner level all the way, to expert level, but then it also will break it up by Google Drive, Google Search, Google Groups, Google Forms. Anything you want to learn about Google is on here. Just little short tutorials. Absolutely excellent. I highly recommend going on here, learning as much as you can about Google.
Number 9.
My number 9 website is MIT OpenCourseWare, and I can't believe I have this at number 9. It is absolutely awesome. It is, a lot of these universities are going to what are called MOOCs, Massive Open Online Concept, I believe it is. And what they're doing is these universities such as MIT, Yale, Harvard, they're posting their courses online for free. So you can get the whole education. A lot of them you can see the lectures, you can get the notes, you can get the course notes, that type of stuff. It's like you're getting the same education you would if you were at the school. However, you don't get the certificate. So you can know all the knowledge and all that type of stuff. However, you just don't get the certificate. You will not be an MIT graduate. But these are awesome. I mean, you go to courses right here, and they'll have it by, let's say, department. You go in department, and they're going to have the School of Engineering, School of this, whatever. I mean, let's go chemical engineering, and they're going to bring up all of these courses. Look, this is absolutely insane. And you click on these things, and they'll bring, like, view the course, who the instructor is, all that type of stuff. And a lot of them, like I said, will include some of the course content and handouts and that type of stuff. So they have undergrad classes, grad classes. This is crazy. I mean, if you really, if someone wants content, wants to learn, and that's what they want to do, I would be like, here you go. There's biology. Let's do it. There's their classes. You can go take any of those for free.
Number 8.
My number 8 website is the Khan Academy, which is one of the pioneers of this concept, and it's a tremendous resource. It really is. Their specialty, I believe, is math. That's what I feel. I love their philosophy on math. They have math where you have to achieve it at levels. If you don't get, a certain concept, you don't move to the next concept. Brilliant. Like, there you go. You can't have people in, like, algebra and trigonometry who can't multiply and divide. I feel bad for those people. I mean, I really do, because we move them on. But in here, you have to accomplish those before you would move on. Very differentiated. But they don't only have math. You'll notice up here under Learn, they have these different categories, one of them being science. If you go over there, biology, physics, chemistry, etc., click on biology, they will bring you to all of these different lectures. So, I mean, dang, you want to learn about stuff? Here it is. Like, what do you want to learn? You want to learn about heredity and genetics? You bring it up, and they bring you to all these different topics. Let's go to Introduction to Heredity. They'll bring you here, and this will be a whole introduction to heredity. This one happens to be a 17-minute course. Just straightforward, excellent learning, very reliable. For free.
Number 7.
My number 7 website is kind of a wild card here. I really like it, probably more than most people would, but this David Straker created this website called Changing Minds. He also has Creating Minds. This is awesome. When you look at it right here, you talk about the different disciplines, and for instance, one of them is argument. I believe a very, very important quality is the skill of argument and defending your claims. If you click on that, it'll bring you to all these different things like fallacies, 5 canons of rhetoric, making an argument, all of that. But when you click on this, types of reasoning, watch, this will bring you to a whole plethora of other things like different types of reasoning, like deductive reasoning. That'll bring you to examples, discussions, what you should know, etc., etc. Now, I just did that totally as like a random one that I picked. One that I was helping somebody with when they were going to interview for a job. We went on job finding. You go here and they have interview questions, how to answer lots of tough questions. You click on this and they say, here are questions they'll ask you for the big picture, for strengths, for that. And I love this. Like, look at it. When they say something like, what is your greatest strength? These will go where they say the question, what they're looking for, how to answer. And it's cool because in here a lot of times they'll say, here's the question, but here's what they're really asking you. Phenomenal for that, but phenomenal for a ton of things. I mean, this is like, there's so much information on this website. It is crazy. You go here in assertiveness, so important. You go down here in confidence stuff, happiness, interrogation. There's so much on here. It's absolutely amazing. And all of them, just you click on it and it brings you to a whole nother set of things. And like I said, there is another website based off of this that you go, and it's more to do with creativity and stuff like that. Awesome. For free.
Number 6.
My number 6 website is sophia.org. This is tremendous, and it's just continuing to get better. So here is kind of the whole flipped classroom concept taken to the internet, and they offer a ton of free courses and tutorials. They also have some for free. They also have some that you can pay for, but on those you do receive, college credits and stuff. So this is a way that you can actually take some real classes like that. If I went right now to tutorials, and I go here, it will bring me to, first of all, my internet will be slow. It'll bring me to all different types of tutorials. But one thing I like is you go up here and you click on this, and this brings up their kind of dashboard. And here are some college courses: algebra, biology, psychology. These are the ones that you can get college credits for. Over here, though, like on the tutorials, you go and let's say you want sciences. Okay, so I want sciences. Now, which science do you want? We'll stick with going with biology. I'll click on biology. It brings up, well, what do you want? What topic do you want to learn about? I'll learn about cells, which I'm sure everybody really wants to learn about. When you go on here, it's like, okay, what do you want to learn about? We got all these different parts of the cells, processes. Well, we want to learn about the nucleus. Okay, you go learn about the nucleus, and they have these different flipped classrooms that people have posted on here. They have quizzes, they have materials. I mean, there you go. You want, hey, I want content. Okay, there you go. Sophia.org. Go learn as much as you can about everything. And it's great. They track kind of how many points you have on taking quizzes, and you can create classes and put them on here. This is awesome. And it's free.
Number 5.
My number 5 website is TED.com. If you don't know about TED.com, check it out. If you like learning, if you like thinking, if you like being inspired, all that kind of stuff, TED.com is absolutely amazing. These are, a collection of thousands of the greatest talks by a lot of experts in a bunch of fields. And the one thing about TED is that, their motto is ideas worth spreading. Everybody on these is very passionate and very inspiring with regards to their topic. So you have some, classic. There are like 10 of my favorite speeches and stuff of all times that are TED Talks. And when you go here, you can look at them and search them in a bunch of different ways as far as when they're filmed, all of that, the most popular. But I really like this where it's persuasive, courageous, ingenious, fascinating, inspiring, beautiful, funny, informative. Whatever kind you feel like. And there's some of these that are 3 minutes long. There's some of these that are 20 minutes long. I like this feature right here. I knew it was on the app. I did not know it was on the website. Not sure what to watch, so find 40 minutes of inspiring talks. Surprise me. So I can click in here and be like, no, I really don't have much time. I just want 5 minutes on persuasive. Surprise me. And it'll take me to, okay, you're going to watch Matt Cutts. Try something new for 30 days. 3 minutes and 27 seconds. But my recommendation would be go on here. This is a fascinating place to learn and to get unbelievably inspired about a lot of topics for free.
Number 4.
Number 4 for me is Code Academy. I can't honestly, I don't believe this exists, but it does. I've used it quite a bit. I like it. What it is that you go here and sign up for an account for free, and you go to it, and what happens then is it really is teaching you computer programming. So the cool thing is when you go here, let me go down below, they have these different languages that you can learn. So in other words, they have JavaScript, HTML and CSS, PHP, Python, etc. And you can learn these. So if I went to HTML, when you go here, what they're going to do is they start you out with HTML basics, then building your own web pages, HTML basics part 2, and you keep progressing like this. I think they do a wonderful job of teaching it, because when you go to it, what it'll do is it'll tell you over here is like a little lesson. You read this, and then they tell you what to do. And they start very, very simple. It's really cool because you do all of the coding right in here. This off to the right will show you what that would look like on an internet page then, because HTML is building internet pages, and it's kind of the skeleton and backbone of that. So when you do it, you follow the directions, you put stuff in there, and you push it, and it says, congratulations, you move on to the next one and the next stage. And on this case here, it would be, if I did, well, I didn't do anything yet, so when I do, it'll say, oh, you don't have to there, you just had to look at it. Start the next lesson, and it'll go to this next thing. So it's just 2 of 13 in HTML basics. So if I were to go back here, HTML basics is 13 mini classes. If you do something incorrectly, it'll say you can't move on, you have something wrong, and you have to go back and look at it. So when you do start to get down to, further on in it, it can get pretty difficult, but they walk you through it step by step. Right now there is a strong, strong need for computer programming. They don't require it in schools, which I can't believe, but there is, article upon article begging for people that can computer program in many of the different languages. They just don't have enough people. They can't fill the jobs. Here's an excellent way. You want to pick up a new skill, go on Code Academy, learn how to computer program for free.
Number 3.
My number 3 website is Amazon.com. You might say, what? Amazon.com? What are you talking about? My reason, it's powerful. I think it's so powerful because on your if you have a smartphone and you can download the Kindle app, either that or you can read when you're online, you can get Kindle books. But obviously you can go on here and order pretty much anything. But I think the powerful thing right now is the Kindle store. So when you go on the Kindle, and I understand everybody's like, oh, I'd rather have a book in my hands. Yeah, me too, I know, but this is just getting to be too good to be true. So you're on here and I don't know what your topic is that you like, but if we go in here and just put, I don't even know. Let's go put Google. And I want to look up Google Books. Bring them here. Now this one here I think seems like a fairly reasonable price, $0. Yeah, that's pretty good. So the thing with this right now is that it's unreal, but a lot of these things, they'll be $0. I think I'm going to buy this one right now. I'll wait. Okay. But you'll go down here and some of them are expensive, but there are a ton of them. Here's another one that's $0. There'll be ones for 99 cents, for $1.99. And you just look at these things and see how they're rated. Like this one got 18 ratings and it has 5 stars from all those people. And just go in here and read what it's about. But you load these things up, man. Like you can get so many books. Hey, read, learn, for free, or just a little bit of money. Unbelievable on almost every topic you can possibly imagine.
Number 2.
My number 2 website, and perhaps my favorite, is right here. It is called udemy.com, and it is awesome. It is just kind of, to me, like college galore, but for free. And you look at this right away and say, wait a minute, that's not free. But over here they have technology, business, design, arts, blah, 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 all these different things, that they have all these categories you can go on here and learn. Now let's say right away I go to technology. You're going to look and be like, hey, I thought you said this was free. So you look at this, they have all these, website design and programming things. And here it's like, wow, $299, $125, $125. First of all, they run specials all the time. So they'll have 75% off and stuff all the time. So these are a lot cheaper than what it says there. But on all of these topics, if you go right here where it says price, and instead of all, you click to free, you will find that they are going to have a plethora of free ones. And when you do it, say right now that you're like, I want to learn HTML programming from scratch. Click on this course. You can sign up for the course. So start learning now for free. But what they'll do is they'll show you, and this one, in this case, is set up a little bit strange, but they have all of these different courses right here. So it ends up being 42 courses that you get. Some of them are video, some of them are text. Seems like most are video. This first one's a 10-minute video on starting HTML5 programming. The next one is a 15 minutes on HTML basics. And what I have found on these is that click on them, start to watch them. If you think that the instructor is doing a good job explaining it well and they're entertaining and you like them, roll with it. If you don't, if you think they're boring or they're not explaining it well, quit. There's other ones on these same topics. So normally I wouldn't say quit, but in this case, there's just so many of them out there that it's not really worth toughing it out through 40 lectures of someone that you're really just not feeling the vibe that you're learning stuff from. So this Udemy is absolutely awesome. It's great. I've purchased a couple courses on here because there are topics that I really, really wanted to learn about, and I thought it was super cheap. I mean, like a $50 class, but I got it at 75% off, so I paid like $12.50. But there are plenty of free ones. You know, let's go design, and I'm gonna go free, and you do this, and here you go. I mean, Photoshop courses, Illustrator courses. I just started this Illustrator course right now. You know, it's so far it's got 19 reviews, 5 stars, and I started watching it. It explains it really well. They have ones on HTML here, you know, making apps. Man, this is crazy. There is so much to be learned on here. You could learn from when you wake up to when you go to bed for free.
Number 1.
All right, number 1, and I get it. You know, it's like, oh, okay, you know, hey, it's YouTube. You know, you go on YouTube to listen to music, you do all this stuff. YouTube is the most powerful learning tool that's ever existed, in my opinion. I mean, you can go on here right now and put in there how to plant a garden, how to put an alternator in a car, how to sew a pillow, how to do whatever you want, and you're going to come up with video after video after video. Right now, if you can't do something, you know, that's what I tell people a lot, is like Google it or YouTube it. You're invincible. I mean, like you can almost do anything here. Learn how to play the guitar. After that, learn how to write a novel. Do whatever you want. And the scary part about this, compared to a Udemy and some of those other ones, is that anybody can post a YouTube clip. I mean, you could be Ron Crowley, you could be anybody. You can post a YouTube thing, and it could be stupid, and it might not even be, you know, something that you really can trust. So here's where critical thinking skills come into play. You know, you have to make sure that you have a trustworthy, worthwhile site. That you have a good source that you're getting it from. But when you do, you know, I've many of times gone in here with like new computer programs that I want to try out. I don't know how to use them, and you YouTube it and find out. It's like right there, and the person does a really good tutorial. The other thing would be, you know, like I've had so many times where like an error message comes up on the internet, and you're frustrated and like, oh, what do I do? Just Google it or put it in YouTube. It most likely is going to come up and tell you exactly what to do. So I didn't want to do it, but I had to. YouTube is the absolute best place on the planet where you can go get stuff and learn stuff. I hated this picture up at the top there today, but so I'm just trying to avoid it, but there it is. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you. This is great. If you're not using YouTube to learn, I would start. It's free.